Welcome to another edition of Lone Star Brahmas Inside the Bullpen, brought to you by Fine Life Realty. And now, here's your host, Nick Merritt.
Bum, bum, bum. Inside the Bullpen, we're back inside NYTEX. Nick Merrick, Walt Ruff, Chad Seward for our final podcast of January 2016. The Brahmas have some home games coming up soon, but that's not until February. So on that note, we got some things to cover here briefly. I know Operation Kindness this past weekend, it was, or I should say weekday, it was just a week ago. Very big success, and I know Walt was pretty disappointed not walking back with Oliver. I think it was going to be his new buddy, and we'll just kind of, I guess, roll right into some breaking news from Chad Seward.
Yeah, we got breaking news. There it is. Love the breaking news sounder. That's the second time we've had to use that in the show. Okay, so we're having a second golf tournament. This one is not a Brahmas benefit. This is a full-on, all hands on deck, raising money for charity endeavor. It's for the Elves for Autism Foundation, tied to our boy Joshua Deere, a.k.a. Deersy, the heart and soul of the team. He is the inaugural Spectrum Award winner with the Elves for Autism Foundation. And fun fact, Ernie Els, if you see him on TV playing golf, just know that he's got a letter in his pocket from Deersy, of which only Ernie and Deersy know the contents of. So Ernie's helped Deersy, and so we're going to help Ernie and his foundation. He's building a center of excellence in Jupiter, Florida, that's going to help those on the autism spectrum. And we're doing a nice jersey auction on the 8th. We've got the autism awareness jerseys. You guys have seen those designs, haven't you?
Yeah,
sure. Awesome.
Very sweet. And at the golf course after the tournament, we'll have, of course, auction, silent auction, all that fun stuff, and then we'll have a Ernie Els Brahmas jersey and a Deersy Brahmas jersey up for auction, and 100% of those are going to go for the Elves for Autism charity. So Els will be the second, to my knowledge, the second major title-winning athlete to don a Brahmas jersey. Do you know who the first is?
Mike Tyson.
Mike Madonna.
Both of those Mikes would be awesome. Madonna did own the Tornado for a while, but no, Gretzky has a Brahmas jersey.
Really?
First year.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Wayne.
Today is his 55th, I believe.
I know he's listening, so happy birthday to you, Wayne.
Hey, Wayne, hope to see you again soon.
Hopefully that Brahmas one's just hanging up on
You know what? I think it's with Wayne, and who knows where it is. It's in a closet somewhere in his parents'
Probably
house.
next to his MVP trophy.
Yeah, I would think so.
Probably
Gretzky,
right there.
99. It's from the first year when Andy Moog was one of the big owners of the team, and he had Gretzky come out to do some sort of promo thing. So
that's awesome.
Anyway, Gretzky and Els.
Well, obviously great for Deersy. I think we're all looking forward to it. Hey, it's another excuse to get out on the golf course, too, for Brahma fans. That's always good. I know Deersy will feel right at home since he takes some classes there now at Iron Horse. Also right in North Richland Hills, always fun. Seemed like he had a good time this past weekend, too, in Wichita Falls. Haven't caught up with him yet this week, but I know during the game he was all smiles and loved it, and the boys liked it, and he was there supportive, and he was helping Rip, and he was logging some hours, I'll tell you that much.
I bet. First road trip for Deersy. So we're happy to help out his, I guess, charity that's near and dear to his heart and his family's heart, and it'll be a good thing. April 11th, 2 p.m., Iron Horse. You're going to get just absolutely bombarded with it over the next few weeks once we get the brochures ready. But
breaking news, Walt.
Walt, what's breaking news?
I'll be in Odessa this weekend by myself.
Woo! Oh, sorry about peeking the microphone there.
Nick's taking a vacation. Told me he's going back to visit Mom in Phoenix. So
yep, I said
it was either I'm taking a vacation or I'm stepping in. And the last time the boys played in Odessa, I sat at home and watched the broadcast, and I said I would never let Brahmas fans do that again. So I'm going to Odessa in order to avoid any sort of homerness on the call.
I love it.
Yeah.
Shots fired. Sorry.
Shots fired. So fire all the shots you want. I love it. Wichita Falls is over. We don't have to see them again. So
yeah,
thankfully.
Yeah, I know.
Also, sadly.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're
a good team.
Yeah.
I think, what is it, 9 of the next games are against...
It's 13 of the next 15 are against Corpus and Odessa.
That's insanity.
And there's 2 in between. That's Topeka, who made some big moves this week, too. So Topeka's actually technically Minot's making the big moves, but they brought in a leading scorer there who is at one point leading the league in goals scored. So that's going to be a big boost for Topeka's offense. And then Odessa just shipped away former Brahma Gunnar Rivers.
Shout out.
Where'd he go?
He's going to Minot.
To
North
Minot.
Dakota.
Oh, wow.
For John Flackney. So the Brahmas may get a taste of him this weekend if they do not see reigning South Division Player of the Week in Dean Schatzer.
Yeah. Schatzer just stole it away from
That's an unfortunate name.
Drevich.
Yeah, that was another bogus Player of the Week there. Should have been Adam Goodser from the Wildcats, who today, breaking news, committed to Denver. So congratulations to him.
Wow.
As
didn't see that.
17-year-old. Yep,
good
I'm
deal.
sure he had more offers than most could ever dream of.
Oh, yeah. Well, we know there was NHL scouts here looking at him.
Oh, he's a
if
special
that guy doesn't
talent.
go to the NHL,
He is a special talent.
From a forward or defenseman standpoint, if he can't go to the NHL as a 17-year-old, he still has another year, too, because he's not even draft eligible for next year, I think.
Yeah, he's only a junior in high school.
There's nobody in the NAL who would ever go. If that kid cannot go to the NHL or be drafted, then no skater in this league should have a chance.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just
I hear, speaking of NHL, I hear that NHL scouts are taking an interest in another former Brahma, Oscar Andrin.
Really?
Really?
No, I'm sorry, not Oscar Andrin. On the same line. We were just talking about him earlier. Sebastian Vidmar. Sorry, Oscar.
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
No way.
Oh, but hey,
No, but
Weissman, Andrin,
they're
shout
looking
out.
at you too, Oscar.
Yeah. 2 points for
No.
Andrin this weekend.
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. Vidi has been getting a little bit of looks, and he is doing quite well at Union from what I hear.
He's catching stride now. That's really good to see. I know he started off slow, but it's expected when you're a freshman.
Right.
You got guys who are still 3-4 years older than you, and they've been around that system forever. But, yeah, it's great to see him find some success, and I think it could be pretty soon. You never know.
Yeah.
So for him, by the way, for the fans, he won't be drafted ever because that passed.
Right.
But he could leave college at any time if he likes the offer, if somebody NHL team gives him an offer, an entry-level deal.
Yep.
Usually they're worth 3 years. So he could potentially even sign an offer and then go back to Union, but that's so rare.
Yeah.
But
he
I'd
would
be
go to the
shocked.
AHL is where he'd go.
Right. Definitely AHL, maybe EC, but they wouldn't waste their time on that.
So Goodsir and Vidmar are your next 2 potential NHL.
Yeah, I think there could be a couple more
Skaters.
brewing too, but we'll have to just see as this year rolls on. I mean, they're scouts and watching this year's Brahmas team, so
100%.
Obviously they keep coming back. So there's got to be somebody else who's in that mix. But yeah, I mean, it's always exciting to see players move up, and let's see what else we have. Some home weekends.
Well, let's talk before we get into the future thing. Wichita Falls. So we talked about we're done with them for the regular season. How do we fare against them in the season series?
Came out at 5-4-3.
That is not bad.
Not bad.
I mean, all things considered, that's not bad.
No.
When you take points in 8 out of 12.
Yeah.
Against that team.
Yeah.
And sadly, we're the only team that pretty much can.
Yeah. No.
Because I think they only have 7 losses total, I want to say.
Yeah.
Wichita Falls. It's something crazy like that.
I'm on it.
So, I mean, basically we're the only team giving them a test, at least as of now. It could change. It's still only a little over half of a season in, but yeah, I mean, I think Brahma fans want to see that matchup in the playoffs to win the South.
9 losses total, 31-6-3. The one of only 2 teams whom Justin Kapelmaster has lost to this season.
So they're going to take first in the South.
Yes.
I mean, we don't play them
this
against.
weekend hurt.
So there's no way for us to really.
No, but we can still fight for home ice for the first round, which would
Absolutely.
be huge.
Huge. But we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see how we can't put the.
That's still a couple months away. Kind of like our golf tournament coming
Yep.
up soon for Deersy.
Yep.
But it's always it's got to be in the thought.
So we've got a few players. I think they're just about ready to come back too. It's going to help out. I think Break is not too far away.
No, heard news. He actually may be back this weekend.
Yeah, he could be.
Yes, that would be a big boost for the Brahmas. I know he was skating with the team the first 2 days of this week, but then they lost a couple guys defensively, and Suominen and Zimmerman, so we're seeing what the replacement deal is going to be there. I heard it's going to be opportunity for George Hansen of the Texas Junior Brahmas to skate. with the Lone Star Brahmas. And then also Jeff Potter told me earlier today it was some kid they liked at the Brahmas Open main camp earlier this year. They just didn't have a roster spot for him. They watched some tape of him during this year. He said he's coming in sometime soon, and him and Hans are going to kind of compete for that spot. So they do have a short-term plan. It'll kind of avoid Zimmerman and Suominen from going on the IR. So that helps, and the Brahmas could still make that move because they could flip-flop players with Al's team. Speaking
of Al's team, big shout-out to, was it Hay?
Yes.
Yep.
New Zealand. He was, the Tier 3 IIHF tournament, which is in Mexico City. He was the stud Kiwi player.
Yep, best forward in the entire tournament and best player on New Zealand.
You don't know his stats off the top of your head, do you?
No, I don't, unfortunately. I'm sorry.
I know.
But that's pretty cool.
He had at least 5 goals or something.
Oh, yeah.
And way more than that, probably.
he had at least 5. He had a hat-trick and a 2-goal performance, and that was at least in the opening round. So
I mean, look, New Zealand is no Canada, Sweden, or Russia, but...
Right. But it's still under that same...
No, totally.
It's the same umbrella. So for the fans who are watching those games, the World Juniors, it's the same exact thing, just the Tier 3 version of it.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah.
So good for him. And
I know the boys are excited to have him back. It seems like he was catching up on all the Twitter updates from Walt. I saw earlier this week he had 10 straight favorites. So you could tell he was obviously focusing on his game while he was gone in Mexico City, but now catching back up with the Brahmas. So I'm sure he's very excited to get back and hope to chase the Silver Cup.
That'd be awesome. Now you mentioned the road ahead. We've got just a boatload of games against Odessa and Corpus coming up, and then a few smattered in against Topeka. This is it. This is the time of the year when the trade deadline is coming here in another 10 days or so, and after that we are going to be locked and loaded for the duration. So hopefully we can weather the storm here.
Final question before we close this podcast. Chad, we'll start with you. Do you believe the Lone Star Brahmas and Texas Junior Brahmas will go one for each? Do you think they're going to make a move before the deadline?
100%. 100% to both.
100% yes on both.
Sadly, I'm going to say no to the Lone Star Brahmas.
Why?
I don't think they want to make a move. I'm not counting this D-man coming in to replace somebody for 2 days. That doesn't count.
No.
Texas Junior Brahmas, 100%.
100%.
I just don't think Dan and Jeff want to make a move, and I am a little shocked as why.
So, okay, another quick shot to both of you. Start with Walt. Who's the next guy committed, D1 committed? Who's the next cookie to crumble?
Yeah. Tough.
I'll go with Corbin Kaspersky.
Okay. Merrick?
I was torn between him and one other.
I'm gonna go Berardinelli.
Okay. Those are both
Was
solid
that one
choices.
between?
Nope.
I'll go with our boy from Colorado Springs, Giles.
That was my alternate.
I know a lot of schools are taking an interest to all three of those plays and more players.
Yeah.
So hopefully by the next podcast, maybe even we could have some breaking news on that front.
Well, and they'll get a chance to showcase themselves, too, at least. Actually, only Berardinelli will. So Berardinelli, Skelly, Melberg, Clark, and who am I missing?
Romo.
I said him. Maybe I got them all.
Oh, you're talking about the guys going to the
top prospects.
Prospect.
Blew that one. Madej, Skelly, Berardinelli, Melberg, Clark. There's your 5. Those are the 5 Brahma players playing in top prospects tournament in Michigan on February 15th and 16th.
Dan Walfong will be there.
And Dan Walfong will be their assistant coach. So that'll be really good, and we will definitely cheer them on. We'll have a podcast before then, too, but that's just a look ahead of some players who will get some more D1 looks.
Yeah, I think it's doing good. This is a quick one.
Real quick.
We got a lot going on here. But I don't know. What else you got, Walt? You're over there on the computer digging up stats.
Yep, working on some new graphics as well. Shout out to ITS Tactical Solutions, the new sponsor of when the Brahmas play in overtime.
All right. As well as when we fight.
Breaking news, that's right.
That's right.
Love it.
I love it.
All right.
I like having things sponsored. How about that?
Breaking news.
Short and sweet.
Short and sweet.
Let's drag it out for another 30 minutes and just randomly talk.
All right. Or we'll just leave dead air.
We can leave that. Oh, he's showing us a graphic. No one can see that, but that's great.
Oh, that's nice.
That's really nice.
All right, we're
Tell you
busting
what.
it out. Well, fans will see us soon,
Walt-
I guess.
I just want to see when 2-minute roughing is going to take off with Walt Ruff.
Yeah, someone sent an idea. What can I do for 2 minutes for roughing? You want to see me rant in front of a camera for 2 minutes about
Yes.
Wichita Falls attendance? Or
Yes.
if you have any other good ideas that you want to see, just 2 minutes of my ugly face in front of a camera,
Love
please
it.
feel free. Just
In
fire
a-
away, and
in
I'll
a cat suit.
somehow make something happen. Yeah, I'll wear goofy suits. More to
That'll
come,
be
by the
our,
way.
Well, we can put it in the broadcast for sure.
That's our timer.
That will be our background music for 2 minutes for roughing as well.
I love it. Shout out to Keith Hendon,
fans can
too.
hear you. Gotta put
Shout out Keith Hendon, fan of the year.
I haven't done it yet this week, so
Hey, who's going to be the next? You could, you could
I don't
take
know.
that title.
We'll
Could
have
be you.
We'll have to have him on. Talk about it.
All right.
I know Keith loves this kind of music.
Shout out Ricardo.
All right.
He's right in his wheelhouse.
Dickie, take us home.
All right, what a good exit music. Well, we got to go. We got things to jam on. Home game in about 10 days in the first weekend of February. Until then, we'll see you back on another episode of the podcast. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you soon, Brahmaland.